And that is the battleground of Bengal. It's going to be the spotlight in terms of debates for a while right now, because the battle lines are clearly drawn and it's heating up where elections are concerned. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is already battling a very aggressive Bharatiya Janata Party. What's happened now is that AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi's foray into Bengal politics has led to quite a bit of uncomfortable moments for Mamata Banerjee. Owaisi's entry has angered some Muslim outfits in the state, but some have sided with him. Here's more on the Owaisi factor in Bengal, and can it dent Mamata Banerjee?
Battleground Bengal heats up. It's no longer a Mamata Banerjee versus BJP duel. Asaduddin Owaisi's AIMIM, which stunned pundits in Bihar elections, has now made its foray into Mamata's turf. Owaisi's entry has upset many leaders of the Muslim community. They fear the Hyderabad MP's presence will only help the BJP.
वो बंगाल के जो सियासी पार्टी हैं, जो बंगाल की सियासी पार्टी है, इनको कमज़ोर करने के लिए और जिस तरह बीजेपी वाले हिंदू मुसलमान में फ़र्क करने के लिए, तफरीक करने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, इसी तरह उसी काम को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए ओवैसी साहब आए हैं।
इंटायर बंगाल में कम से कम 3 करोड़ प्लस माइनस मुस्लिम है, उसका एक लीडर असदुद्दीन ओवैसी नहीं है। असदुद्दीन ओवैसी का मीम मुस्लिम पार्टी नहीं है।
Owaisi had on Sunday announced a tie-up with controversial cleric and a critique of Mamata, Abbas Siddiqui. The AIMIM chief also launched a blistering attack on Mamata.
दूसरी बात, नहीं लड़े, यहाँ बीजेपी 18 एमपी जीत गए, कैसा जीती? क्या आप सौदा कर लिए थे?
Owaisi's entry is a big headache for Mamata, who is already under pressure after losing prominent party leaders to the BJP ahead of the assembly elections.
The Bengal Imam Association has come out openly slamming Asaduddin Owaisi's overtures, saying that Owaisi is not a Bengali politician, somebody who does not know the pulse of Bengal and has only jumped into the bandwagon right ahead of the elections. They have also accused him of hardline politics, saying that it's only going to benefit the BJP and hardline Hindutva forces, and thereby accusing him of playing into the hands of the BJP. With camera person Tapo's Baidi, Indrajit for India Today in Kolkata.
All right, so let's pose those big questions for this debate. Will Owaisi dent Mamata's Muslim vote bank? And Owaisi a contender or a spoiler? Because he played the spoiler very clearly just about 2 months back where Bihar was concerned. Pretty much cost Tejashwi Yadav his chief ministership. And eventually, who gains from Owaisi's entry? Let's cut across to our panelists. Sudhanshu Trivedi from the Bharatiya Janata Party, MP, is with us. I also have Vivek Gupta from the TMC. I have Rahul Srivastav, our National Affairs Editor, and I also have Atikur Rahman, who's joining us in the capacity of a political analyst. Dr. Trivedi, let's just begin with you, and I'll pose our last question to you. Who do you think benefits if the AIM fights these elections in West Bengal?
You know, these days, everybody has to use a mask because of COVID. But there is another mask, which has been thoroughly exposed after this. When you are saying that Asaduddin Owaisi is going to cut the vote, which type of vote? Developmental vote, unemployment vote, farmers vote, COVID vote, which you allege the BJP, that you try to create Hindu, Muslim and others and divert from the development. So Asaduddin Owaisi development ka vote kaat rahe hain na. And now the counter for Owaisi is coming from Imam Council. Imam is representing the youth, is representing the scheduled caste, he is representing the downtrodden, he represents the industrial development, he represents the employment. What does he represent? Or he is a voice of pious secularism in India.
Dr. Trivedi, we seem to have lost.
It is a fierce competition for the Muslim vote. Let me complete my one sentence. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, sir. We can hear you now. Yes, doctor. We can hear you, doctor.
Yes. So, what happened? There is a fierce competition for Muslim votes going on. Like, these days are the winter. और आप देखती होंगी बहुत जगह पे लोग कहते हैं साहब ये असली च्यवनप्राश मेरा है, इसके अंदर ये जड़ी बूटी पड़ी, दूसरा कहता नहीं जी इससे ज्यादा असली मेरा है। ये तो 40 साल से चल रहा है। I remember 1980 when Indira Gandhi issued a fatwa from Imam Bukhari of Delhi. पहला इंक्लूजन था. Then VP Singh has to snap from it. उन्होंने फतवा जारी कराया. Then मुलायम सिंह गोली चलवा दी. लालू ने गिरफ्तार करवा लिया. I would like to ask, ममता जी ने भी तो खींचा था ना मुस्लिम वोट. लेफ्ट ने खींचा कांग्रेस से, ममता जी ने खींचा इनसे. तो ये तो भाई ये है, इट इज द एंटी मोनोपोली रिस्ट्रिक्टिव ट्रेड प्रैक्टिसेस. अब जिसकी मोनोपोली हो जाता है कहता जी मेरे पास रहने दो. तो ममता जी, एक जमाना था ये कांग्रेस के साथ थे, जो आज तुम्हारा है वो कल किसी और का था, आज तुम्हारा है कल किसी और का भी हो सकता है. तो ये मुस्लिम वोट बैंक की जो च्यवनप्राश वाली पॉलिटिक्स चल रही है, मेरा प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा असली, ये उसका है, जवाबी कव्वाली है सबके
But
बीच
Dr.
में. और
Trivedi,
इमाम ने भी उसी में
Dr.
अपना
Trivedi,
सुल्तान-
before I bring in our TMC spokesperson, the question is BJP का कितना है? Because if you take the example of what happened in Bihar, now tell me and correct me if I'm wrong, sir. If AIMM wasn't there, if Mr. Owaisi wasn't there with his party, would Tejashwi Yadav not be the chief minister today?
Then in that case, if LJP would have been our side, तो डाटा ही बता रहा है, we would have got 2/3 majority. तो राजनीति में तो 2 और 2 का जोड़ हमेशा 4 नहीं होता. And we got 18 seats in Lok Sabha. Was Owaisi there?
So, all right, okay, fair point. I want to bring in the TMC spokesperson as well, Mr. Vivek Gupta right now. Mr. Vivek Gupta, how worried is the TMC? Because till now, your biggest worry was the fact that the Hindu vote is consolidating behind the BJP. Now you have to actually look at a vote bank which you have been banking on till now.
I would like to begin by saying something. I don't want to comment on how BJP or OVCG look at the Muslim population of Bengal. I can only comment on how TMC and Mamata Banerjee looks at them. They look at them as the part and parcel of a Bengal which is occupied by 11 crore people. And that is how we work for them. And we do not differentiate into them when we do developmental programs. Like the government of West Bengal, whenever it does any developmental programs, it does not differentiate between Hindus and Muslims or caste or creed or culture or any kind of. Similarly, when we approach them, we might have sittings with them separately. We might hear their grievances separately, but we do not treat them as just only vote bank. They are our partners in progress. They are our family. They are there for us. So you have to understand our approach is slightly different than the other political parties. These are just not vote bank. And we are sure that we are talking to people after 10 years of hard work. Mamata Banerjee has worked 10 years tirelessly for the people of Bengal, and the issue of growth and development, people remember, especially those who have been in Bengal for more than 10 years. I cannot comment on people who come just 2-3 months before elections and start expecting that the people of Bengal will vote for them. I can't comment on them. It's not fair on my part. But the people who've been in Bengal for many years, they would know that prior to 2011, what was the growth and development they had, and from 2011 to 2021, what is the growth and development they had. And it's a no-brainer. They will know that their lives are much better.
Okay.
And that is the ground on which we are asking for their votes. And we hope to receive them also.
But, Mr. Gupta, before I cut across to our other panelists and open the debate, I want to ask you one very quick question. So you do at least accept that this vote bank for you is crucial, just by the virtue of the fact that it is your Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee as well who's held the Minority Affairs portfolio?
Every vote in this election is crucial. And in every election, we have seen by one vote, people have, CP Joshi ji, I'm taking his name.
And
by one vote, he could not become Chief Minister.
Fair enough, Mr. Gupta. And the likes of Abbas Siddiqui, who has a stronghold in South Bengal, especially in areas where the BJP is weaker right now, be it South 24 Parganas, be it Hooghly. And the fact that he sided with Owaisi is of no concern to the TMC.
Mr. Siddiqui also made a statement that he will decide whether he will fight elections or not, how much he will fight. I think I'll leave it best to Mr. Owaisi and Mr. Siddiqui's best.
Sir, Mr. Siddiqui has been holding sabhas every week in Hooghly, criticizing the TMC and the Chief Minister of West Bengal.
This is a democracy. People might like Didi, people might not like Didi. They have a platform. They can go to that platform, convey anything. What I would like to say is, anyone can participate in an election. There is no bar. The Election Commission guidelines provide people to participate in an election, and we want more participation.
Okay.
Ultimately, the winning is TMC.
So, and even if they're outsiders, because that's what the TMC has been saying. Let me just open out the debate and I'll go back to Dr.
I
Trivedi.
would like to clarify this word outsider, ma'am. Please permit me just 10 seconds.
Right.
Outsider refers to the people who are coming to the Bengal only with the sole objective of disrupting the peace and harmony of Bengal.
Sir,
Like
how
the
did you,
people-
sir, how did you go to Manipur and Tripura? Did you go as outsiders when you fought elections in Manipur or Tripura?
Ma'am, let me finish. India is a democratic country. Every citizen of India is free to go business in any part of the country, including Bengal. Just like a Bengali can go to Delhi, a Delhiite can come here. No problem. When we say Bahari, we mean the same Bahari that we use for Pakistani infiltration terrorists
Okay.
who come to India with the sole objective of disrupting the peace and harmony of India. Similarly, when we call Bahari, we call people who are coming to Bengal only during this election to disrupt the peace and harmony out here. Otherwise, anyone
Sir,
from any
people,
part of
sir,
India,
in a democracy, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you.
Citizen of India is welcome to come here, set up shop, do work, live
Right.
here.
But,
He's
sir,
more than welcome.
Right, sir. But
He's got-
exactly, you know, that's the beauty of democracy.
Welcome.
Like the
It is
TMC.
enshrined in the Constitution.
Right, sir. That is the beauty of democracy. You said it very rightly. Like the TMC went to Manipur, went to Tripura to fight an election, the AIMIM is coming to West Bengal to fight an election. But I'll come back to you, sir. I'll come back to you. I just want to open up the panel and I want to go to Rahul Srivastava, National Affairs Editor. Rahul Srivastava, if you currently estimate even a 5% shift in the Muslim vote base for Mamata Banerjee could spell trouble, am I correct?
Yes, Preeti, you see, the West Bengal politics is, I think, on the verge of a very interesting political election. In Bengal, if you notice, there is a 20-year phase which lasts. And in that, if you see, there was a CPM at one time, then came the CPM, the Congress and the TMC and the TMC. Bengal, the right wing is making inroads, as visible from the last election 2019, when even in Muslim-dominated areas around Bangladesh border, the BJP won 8 of the seats. And the BJP vote share jumped to nearly 40%. Mamata Banerjee was 42.3%. The minority vote is extremely critical, but still there is something which we saw in Bihar. I think the minority vote is also undergoing a change with a strident BJP entering the political fray, with usual political forces like RJD and others in Bihar not perhaps addressing the concerns and aspirations of the minority votes. If we talk about Bihar, actually, out of the 20 seats, the RJD won 8 of them, where the Owaisi had contested. So it's not very easy to say that the Mahagathbandhan vote went down because of Owaisi. Similarly, in Bengal, I think Owaisi is making a calculated bid to expand his support. The eventual outcome could be a division of vote as far as the anti-BJP vote is concerned, which already is threatened by the fact that the Congress and left are fighting together, and that's where lies the BJP's aspiration and hope that this multiple division and chipping away of the core vote bank of Mamata Banerjee, especially the anti-BJP minority vote bank, will be problematic for the anti-BJP forces.
Well, how problematic? That's the big question. Atikur Rahman, will it be similar with what happened, let's say, in Bihar, or will things be different in Bengal? Because the minority is largely Bengali speaking. Will there be a factor here where they see an Owaisi or an AIMIM as an outsider, especially, playing the spoiler because they've seen him do that to a limit in Bihar?
Preeti, if we all are on one page as far as elections are concerned, and elections to be that celebration of democracy, then there is no reason why Owaisi should not come and fight. At least we are on one page on that. Now, as far as the division of votes are concerned, Preeti, the simple fact, as Mr. Gupta also pointed out, if Mamata Didi have, nurtured development, the people will be returning in the same coin. And if Owaisi ji is, having some communal agenda, or as Mr. Gupta points out, coming to disturb the areas, then the people will be returning him in the same coin. Herein, what is the minorities are expecting out of all political parties, be it BJP, Mamata or Owaisi ji, is that where is the space for the minorities? Herein, the major political party, the BJP, a national party, a ruling regime at the center, they are nurturing communal politics at the center. and they are not expecting the regional parties to ask for votes in the same, communal this thing. If Mr. Owaisi has, unfortunately, a communal face who has contributed to this communal politics in India, all
Okay.
political parties,
Okay.
all political parties, yes.
All right. Okay. I want to go back.
So what is the worry all about?
I'll take that question to Dr. Trivedi. Dr. Trivedi, the whole charade earlier seems to be getting clearer, is what our political analyst is also saying, or meaning that AIMIM is team B of the BJP, will only aid you to keep the communal fires burning on different sides of the spectrum.
That's why we fought in the den of AIMIM, that is Hyderabad. Now, I would like to respond. Why they are fearing? Because, as Atikur Rahmanji was saying, Asaduddin Owaisi is not propagating. He is an offshoot of the communal politics. Like 100 years back, how Jinnah came out. What happened when Jinnah said, I will not say Mahatma Gandhi as Mahatma because it is a Hindu Upadhi. In every movie you have seen that Jinnah was saying Mr. Mohandas Gandhi, not Mahatma Gandhi. Congress conceded. Then he said, I want separate electorate for Muslims. Congress conceded. Then he further emboldened. He said, I will not say Vande Mataram. He conceded. Then Jinnah said, don't vote for Gandhi, Gokhale and others. अपना आदमी चुनो. आज वही तो ओवैसी कह रहा है. ये जो fierce competitive politics है, Congress, Mulayam, Lalu,
Right.
Muslim reservation in Andhra.
But Dr. Trivedi, that's the question. अपना आदमी चुनने में बीजेपी निकल गई.
नहीं मेरी बात तो सुनिए ना. और वो सिर्फ यही नहीं रुकती है. To my respected from TMC, I would like to say, if Farhad Hakim, your minister, shows to a Pakistani journalist his constituency, and when that journalist terms it at mini Pakistan, he nodded, and then you say that the fundamentalists are coming from outside. साहब outside तो वो था जो बांग्लादेशी infiltrator और रोहिंग्या है. And as far as the Bengal is concerned, we are talking about outside, sir. We are the only national party which has been founded by Shama Prasad Mukherjee, the soil of son of Bengal. Other, the Congress was founded by Ellen Octavian Hume, whose offshoot is TMC, and the Communist Party was founded by PC Joshi. और श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी ने अपने प्राण दिए किसके लिए? कश्मीर पे जाके. And you know, Dr. Ambedkar got elected in the Constituent Assembly of 1946 from where? He was from Maharashtra, but he got elected from Bengal,
Okay.
undivided Bengal. Now that
allow me to rebut
to Bangladesh, इसलिए मैं कहता हूँ, the land which has given both Vande Mataram and Jan Man,
Right.
but they are talking about some other persons coming from adjoining state and outsider, despite being the only fundamentalist
Okay.
Bengali party, and those who are coming from across the country.
But Dr. Trivedi, I
For
thought we were talking about the
destruction. They are not outsiders.
Maybe you've taken this personally for the BJP, because Mr. Gupta, why you actually this outsider tag? You said it multiple times where the BJP is concerned. Was it today meant for the BJP or Mr. Owaisi?
Nobody. The outsider tag, I repeat once again, it is meant only for people who come here to disturb the peace and harmony of Bengal. If BJP is a political party, they are in Bengal, they are fighting in elections with them. If BJP is coming here to win an election, what's wrong in it? No, I mean, they want to fight elections, go and fight. We love competition. But if BJP is coming here in Bengal to disturb the peace and harmony over, then we will call them outside. And the same will go for Mr. Owaisi or anybody else. Mr. Owaisi has come here. He wants to fight an election. Most welcome. Not an issue. Bring the competition. Bring it on. We are not afraid of the competition because we are sure that our 10 years of work is good enough for people to return us with thumping majority. We are humble. We are proud of our achievements, but we are humble at the same time. We leave at the people of Bengal, be their decision. However, I would like to respond to Mr. Trivedi. What the Bangladeshi word he used, it is something very surprising that since 2014, because from 2014 to 2018, I was part of a member of parliament in parliament, and I have raised it multiple times. And respective, home ministers or I have not got an answer. Why don't do fencing? On the India-Pakistan border, you have done fencing, but when it comes to Bangladesh, you, Bengali and Bangladeshi, you are trying to confuse people. But from Tripura, Assam, in any part of the border that Bangladesh shares with India, there will be no fencing. And then you complain of infiltration. So, this is kind of a double speak. The other part is about, he said about Bobby Hakim and see, I've met Mr. Bobby Hakim today morning, and we were, funnily, we were discussing this incident. Now, he doesn't read Pakistani newspapers, and he has, I mean, I would like Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi to help as a fellow Indian. How do we proceed against this slander by a Pakistani newspaper? Because if it was an Indian newspaper, we could have, taken the course of law. But being an Indian citizen, I don't know how to take up the case. And Mr. Trivedi could probably guide us, because this is an absolute blatant lie by the Pakistani newspaper. Mr. Firhad Hakim never made any mini Pakistani kind of statement to any Pakistani journalist. So Mr. Trivedi ji can probably help us, because he's in Delhi, he's powerful, he's part of the central government. So he could tell us that if the Prime Minister of our country, and I'm saying there's nothing wrong in it, I'm saying if he steps down Lahore, takes a sudden detour, meets the Prime Minister, it's okay. We talk to them, it's not okay. If it's not okay, and if the journalist is lying, can you help us suggest us how do we take it up?
All right, so Dr. Trivedi, you enjoy the rhetoric, you want to keep the fires burning, and the doublespeak continues.
I have just quoted certain facts, not the rhetorics. First fact, Mr. Vivek Gupta, do you know why the borders were not, fencing was not possible? Because there was no land boundary agreement. It was finalized by our government in 2017. Now the borders have been demarcated and the villages have been done. Now the fencing has started from Assam to here. Second thing, on the issue of Pakistani newspaper, शायद लगता आप पढ़ते नहीं हैं. Dozens of Indian newspapers have reported. जाके चेक कर लीजिएगा. इसी चैनल की भी वेबसाइट पे जाके चेक कर लीजिएगा. और किसने बुलाया था? वो पाकिस्तानी जर्नलिस्ट को किसने बुलाया था? भजन करने के लिए बुलाया था कि नमाज पढ़ने के लिए बुलाया था जनाब? और अगर ऐसा था तो स्यू कर देते कि मेरे को गलत कोट किया गया है.
All right, okay, we're actually totally digressing from the topic, but yes, Mr. Gupta, quick 10 seconds and I want to close. Mr. Gupta, go ahead.
This land boundary agreement was only applicable in certain corridors.
Okay.
The rest of the borders are free. Assam, Tripura and Bengal, all these three states share a border with Bangladesh.
All right, the last 3 minutes, we've totally digressed from the debate, but I appreciate you all for joining us. I want to take a quick comment from Rahul Srivastava, National Affairs Editor, who would be covering this election very closely in West Bengal. Rahul, what are we going to expect, especially when we were talking about the minority vote? Because right now, what we began the show with, till now the biggest concern was the consolidation of the Hindu vote behind the BJP that could worry Mamata Banerjee. What now?
See, Preeti, if you look at the leaders from various political outfits in even this conversation, one thing is very clear, that ideologically, Bengal had a very different position in the country. It used to vote on ideological planks, left, Congress and others. I think that has dissipated now. And I think the core of the effort now is the communal polarization,
right,
in which Mamata Banerjee has been pushing for the BJP to be emerging as the main challenger so that polarization could be more acute. But I think Owaisi upsets that. But what does it mean? That this whole election is not really going to be about development. It's going to be there, talked about, but not about that. It's not going to be about certain segments of the society which need certain help, but acute polarization and voting on the lines of caste and not caste, but community. And that's not augur well for a state like Bengal.
Well, appreciate you joining us, gentlemen. Thank you there. We're going to keep a keen eye on all developments. So the big question right now that we're focusing on, could Asaduddin Owaisi be that crack in Mamata Banerjee's red fort? We'll only know in days to come, and how much will that impact actually be. Thank you all for joining us.